Hey everybody, it's Steven for our final video discussion quiz. I tried to change it up a little bit. I wanted to shoot in the car as opposed to an office setting, as so much of our business today is actually conducted in the car, although a lot less frequently now with our hands-free. Although I'm cheating, I have my phone in my hand, but I'm obviously not driving. Anyway, that's 30 seconds lost. The question for today's quiz was what topic, oh come on, where'd it go? Provide new content to explore. What issue or topic that was not presented in class that you would have enjoyed discussing? One of the things that I have started thinking about a lot, as well as what kind of caught my attention for our TED Talks, was the concept of businesses becoming active change agents in society. The founder of Chobani, and I just lost his name, and I don't want to look it up, Calandre, anyway, the founder of Chobani, in his TED Talk that I posted, referenced the fact that it's businesses more than government that has a role and an opportunity to affect change. And you can see that playing out across the spectrum of corporations, with Amazon moving to all employees in their fulfillment centers being paid $15 hours as their starting pay, which here in Murfreesboro, where the starting pay used to be 11, now is 15. That's a significant change in the financial structure and is driving higher wages across much of Rutherford County, as other warehouses and manufacturers or low skill requirements are now having to pay a much higher wage, and now that's affecting places like McDonald's or Sonic or my favorite Cookout, where fast food service industry is having to pay higher wages. It translates into other corporations or other businesses, small businesses like Family Pet Health, our veterinary clinic that my brother and sister-in-law own. Again, a starting wage is not $15 an hour. And so now you have a recruitment issue of how do you recruit employees, how do you recruit potential workforce when a corporation is driving the pay scale, and not for a definitive reason other than their defined reason of being a good corporate citizen. They did not need to move to $15 an hour to hire a workforce here in Rutherford County, even with a low unemployment of, I think the most recent stat was 2.8% in Rutherford County. Yes, a higher wage allows you to hire potential higher workforce, a greater candidates. Sorry, as I'm really on the steering wheel, I just noticed that I'm rotating as I move my leg. So you have these opportunities, but then you look at beyond that. Chobani talked about being a corporate citizen in their employment of immigrants and of refugees, and that 30% of their workforce in their New York plant were immigrants or refugees. And that line in that video got more applause, got more louder and more sustained applause than any other thing that he said. Clearly that connected with people. Clearly it connects with him as an immigrant himself, first generation American. Clearly that's an issue of importance to him, and Chobani has been an advocate, and he in particular has been an advocate of refugee and immigrant employment changes. So can Chobani, a corporation, affect change as a corporation greater than marketing or campaigning, or, and I've just lost the word, your people who are employed to go talk to government officials, and for the life of me, I've just lost the word. But you all can, if somebody chime in. That would be your opportunity to advance to the discussion. But this opportunity to politic for a purpose. You know, you look at Maersk shipping, world's largest shipping industry, container shipping. They have made a pledge or a corporate plan to move to electric shipping, or specifically no carbon emission shipping by 2050. It's a little bit sooner than then, but by 2050 that they will be zero emission shipping. The shipping industry, by one account, accounts for 5% of carbon emissions on the world scale. They use a heavy industrial oil that's far, far more carbon emitting just than gasoline or standard oils that are used in most land-based transportation. And so Maersk, the world's leader, not doing this based on that they have to, not based on market forces currently as they exist, but stepping forward and saying that we want to lead an effort. We want to be on the forefront of this technology transformation. We lobbyists, there's the word I was looking for earlier, but not requiring lobbyists to go out and say that the government mandate these changes, that Maersk says we are the leader, we are going to start. Now, is there a financial reason to do so? Yes, I would have to imagine so. Chobani hiring immigrants and refugees is not just altruistic. Those employees probably come at a lower pay rate, probably require less recruitment. If they're tossed out there and say this is a good place to work, I imagine that those immigrants and those refugees would seek Chobani out. If Maersk says we want to do this, is there the potential that they could drive cost savings? I would have to imagine so. I would have to expect that they are not ignoring the bottom line, that they are not ignoring corporate profits. The founder of Chobani in a speech said people over profits, but they still, that's very easy to say as a billionaire. Now, his example from 2005 to today, it's 14 years. That's a incredible story of transformation, of going from nothing to the world's largest yogurt maker in 14 years. Clearly he had a vision, clearly he had a passion, but he didn't put corporate profits on the back burner. He said people over profits, but you don't ignore profits. And so I would be interested in a discussion and a review of that concept. Do corporations have a responsibility to the public, to the world community, to lead on issues like diversity and climate change and harassment and all of these concepts that are in play? Do corporations have that responsibility? And in our discussion, in our case studies, 2 of the 3 case studies specifically asked, what about the corporate profit bottom line? Will these decisions affect the bottom lines? So I would like to have seen more discussion and had more a case study of, is that the responsibility of corporations? Should they lead social change? Thanks so much. I appreciate it, and I hope this works.